Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we got another courtroom consequences video, and this is Convicts that exploded on the judge in court. We will get right into this, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment thing down below. Let's go. Oh, I got it.
My life, you f***ing you f***ing
Gonna say we do not condone that type of foul, disgusting language on this channel. No wonder that man ended up in prison. Disgusting man. You're supposed to play. Stupid mouse.
This is Alan McCarty Jr.,
you in that f***ing
who's facing charges for threatening a public official in Florida. Alan threatened Circuit Judge Stasio.
We'll start right off with the guy who uses that filthy, disgusting language. Disgusting!
Warren after she ruled against him in a child custody case.
Communications, Warhurst.
Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to happen.
What do you mean a crime that's about to happen?
Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid. Because your stupid judges don't want to bring people to courtrooms. I got a gun pointed at your building.
Alan is now facing Circuit.
So I hate the sound that this guy, the noise that it's making for swear words. I hate the sound of it. But the way his tone is so hilarious, because it's supposed to be like this judge is, or like the person he's talking to doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. They have no idea.
Judge Matt Foxman to learn his fate. Just when you thought Alan couldn't sink any lower, his behavior in the courtroom will leave you stunned.
You want to testify then?
No, I don't. This is all being done unconstitutionally, unrightfully. Y'all are f***ing, you ain't allowing my evidence. You ain't allowing my people.
We haven't started the trial yet.
It doesn't matter. You still f***ing deny it.
Alan couldn't contain his anger during his sentencing hearing and spewed profanities at Judge Foxman. When Circuit Judge Matt Foxman mentioned that Alan had even threatened the unborn child of a prosecutor during his trial, all hell broke loose.
Number one, you threatened the unborn child of the prosecutor directly in an open
What a
court.
bunch of guys, you stupid piece of
Then also
You threatened my life, you
in the
you f***ing
Alan erupted.
We do not condone that foul language. I'm just gonna keep repeating it just so it's made crystal clear. There's a reason these stupid fucks like him end up in jail. And it ain't because that they're kind and respectful. It's because they have stupid faults like this. Also, I mean, I don't want to be the guy that says that the judge was white. I don't know what he's. I don't think he knows what that word is, because in the fact the man's a white man. I don't know how that works. It's really weird.
Showering Judge Foxman with a barrage of expletives. He called him every name in the book and then some.
back room.
Suck my d***. No, I'm not standing.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm just not
Stand
standing.
up.
I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
Alan was confined to a small room behind the courtroom for the remainder of the hearing, where he could still hear the proceedings over a speaker and watch through one-way glass. But that didn't stop him from causing a stir. His shouts echoed through the glass. You can hear him disturbing the proceedings.
What was said? An asshole.
Alan received a whopping 20-year sentence for threatening Judge Warren, and to ensure he learns his lesson, an additional 10 days were tacked on for contempt of court due to his outbursts.
Oh yeah, I bet you those 10 extra days really gonna teach that man a valuable lesson. Not the 20 years. I bet those 10 extra days are gonna just be really valuable to him. He's gonna really truly learn some manners. Oh, come on.
Alan McCarty is a prime example of a convict acting crazy in court. However, could using her grandfather as a punching bag be considered even a little crazier? Like in the infamous case of Ebony Burks.
Oh, we saw this one. This is in the last courtroom one we watched. This girl was in it. this is actually somewhat hilarious. This one's always hilarious to me. Because it just is so ridiculous on how this turns. This does not need to go at all the way it did. Both of these two are petty as fuck.
A 32-year-old woman who is facing charges for domestic violence and assault in Ohio. At the Elyria Municipal Court, Judge Gary Bennett informed Ebony that she was not allowed to contact the victims involved in her case. That's when things took an unpleasant turn.
On the assault, I'm going to set a $7,500 cash or surety bond. That bond is conditioned of no contact with Tiffany Castro. No contact means you can't call him, you can't write him, you can't text him, you can't email him, can't leave a message on some social media, you can't go visit him.
So you gonna tell me I can't go home?
I'm telling you, you can't go home. If you live with If you live with Mr. McCrae, you cannot return to that residence.
Ebony took offense to the fact that she couldn't reach out to her grandfather, Shedrick McCrae, with whom she lived. She lost her cool and started arguing with the judge, going against his instructions.
But how you just gonna tell me I can't go home though?
What?
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my house?
I just did.
Well, I bet I do.
Well, then you're in contempt, young lady, and you've got 30 days. So you're not going. You're not what?
Whoa.
Get back! Get back!
You just said I got
Get back! That's another 30 days. That's 60 days.
Initially, Judge Bennett handed down a 30-day sentence for...
This is a case where this is a case where both were in the wrong. This is not just a girl. This girl anger is understandable. This judge got so though easily angered by this girl. This is her anger and his anger are both completely just out of left field. Hers, I somewhat understand. She just got told she had to move. It wasn't her choice. His is just legitimately out of left field anger just from her giving a little bit of a back talk. Oh my god, I hate this damn bit so much. No!
30 days. That's 60 days.
Initially, Judge Bennett handed down a 30-day sentence for contempt of court, thinking that would be the end. But Ebony continued to speak aggressively and argue with the judge, pushing him to increase her sentence.
You got anything else to say, Miss Burks? That's 300 days.
As she continued speaking, the judge increased the prison sentence to 300 days. However, let's compare the jaw-dropping reaction of Ebony to the astonishing outburst of Henry Eldon during their sentence.
So you're not gonna mention the actual part where the court thing didn't last. The sentence didn't go through. She did not spend 300 days in jail. Because there was no way that was gonna stick. This was just a case that I don't know why he didn't mention that part because it never went through.
While the crimes committed by Eldon are reprehensible, their conduct in court will make your blood run cold.
Henry T. Eldon. Henry T. Eldon. Henry T. Eldon. I have called him thrice. I have no response. Get up here in this seat right now.
The court reporter has to be established before anything can proceed.
Henry sees himself as an American national, a sovereign citizen above his country's common laws. Listen as he explains.
Acting in the capacity
I'm
of
not
lawyer.
acting. I'm a witness. This is an American national.
American national.
Eldon was accompanied by a friend, a fellow sovereign citizen member, who recorded the whole proceeding on his phone. The friend even defended.
This is what we call what you call sovereign citizens, I call stupid people. That's what they are. They're stupid people. You know why they're stupid people? Because every time someone is a sovereign citizen, they end up in jail. You find me one sovereign city that has not ended up in jail. They all do, because they're all stupid in how they approach shit. So I don't get if someone who watches this is a sovereign citizen. I'm letting you know. Your thought process of being a sovereign citizen, you're a stupid person. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. I don't care, I'll ruffle feathers. It's how I am.
Did Eldon's misbehavior in court.
I'm a witness today of this.
Okay.
I'm a witness, okay? Okay, what I'm saying is, he is present, and he's chosen not to step up there. He's asking not for a appointed lawyer. He doesn't need an attorney, okay?
This is
so I'm just a
ridiculous.
witness that he is present.
This is actually stupidity right here. Just kick this friend out. Drag this friend out. This friend's not helping him.
Okay? And I will repeat that when the court reporter begins. For the record, I'm
Shut
a
up and
witness.
sit down.
This is
Now,
Ted Eldon.
you sit down, not say another word.
That's Ted Eldon.
After some back and forth, Eldon reluctantly and partially obeys the judge, but the judge has had enough of his defiance.
You are going to be held in contempt.
All right, Mr. Allen, will you stand up for me, please? Turn around and place your hands behind your back, if you would.
And who are you? And do you have a warrant, a signed
I do
warrant?
not have a warrant.
What do you mean these ever said? The judge is the one that signs the warrant. The judge tells him to throw him a court. That's the law. You go sit there until they will have you. I mean, if he wanted to play that game, they would just get a warrant. The judge will sat it right in front of him. Then they'd arrest him. I mean, but he doesn't have to do that. Because that's dumbass. That's what makes him stupid.
I've just been made aware by the judge that he wants me to take you into custody for obstructing judicial process. Okay?
It's too dumb.
He started demanding to see the oath of office, the acceptance letters, and the acknowledgments of the judge and the prosecuting attorney. He wants to know everyone's names in the room. Fast forward to the next court hearing, and Eldon fails to appear. A bench warrant was issued for his arrest, and he was sentenced to 2 weeks in jail. However, while this reaction could certainly be dismissed as an effect of overzealousness, the same can't be said for Joseph Jerome Batten.
Okay, next fellow would be Joseph.
I don't know this one. This is actually one I don't know of, or at least by name. I don't know it. What do you got here?
Jerome Batten.
Who's facing charges for trespassing at a local track and casino in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good morning.
I do have a history, Your Honor. Can I speak to you, Your Honor?
Batten is an unrepentant trespasser. This is the second time he's been caught in just 2 months. In fact, he's been convicted of it more than 10 times in the past 2 years.
So my man just trespasses on a daily basis. My man has an addiction to trespassing. Why is that I'm gonna call it an addiction because he can't stop doing it. He's been caught twice in 2 months trespassing on random property he ain't supposed to and going to jail for. Who does that? Why is that your addiction? My man, get some help. That's what's gonna land you in jail for a while if you keep doing it.
So, he's no stranger to the Bond court scene, and he doesn't want to resolve his case.
I already know I got a history. This man ain't said nothing to me now time in here this morning. All right, Your Honor? I'm just being frank with you. That's the only place I go. Only thing I do, as you can see, is nothing but trespassing, because that's my only entertainment. All right?
Well, man, like, listen, all I do is trespass. It's all I do. It's my only entertainment. It's all I just go to the track and break in and trespass there. You just gotta have to work. It's almost like you're just gonna have to live with it, okay? Part of who I am, it's just you're almost making that a law now. Just to help me out here, because I'm okay doing it.
Is go to the track, and I like for you to make an offer. And if I like it, I accept it.
Despite what his public defender advises.
This is not let's make a deal. This is not let's make a deal, my friend. You should not even think twice on if you're going to accept it or not. If that judge makes you an offer, you should take it if you like it or not. This isn't a fucking game show, dude.
Prepare for a twist that will make your jaw drop.
You discharging your public defender at this time, sir?
No, I ain't discharging, but he ain't presented the way I wanted to be presented. I ain't say resolve it. I said make an offer, which is how much time, whatever is 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I want to resolve it in that frame, in that fashion, sir.
The attorney tries to interject and get the conversation back on track, but Batten doesn't let him.
I've explained to Mr. Batten not to talk about the facts of the case.
Ain't no facts. We ain't going to trial. I'm asking you to make an offer, Your Honor. Straight up. It's history, proof is in the pudding. That's the only thing I got.
Judge John Cantini was convinced by Batten's compelling argument.
When I'm arrested, as you can see, Your Honor, straight up.
To talk about the facts of the case.
Ain't no facts. We ain't going to trial. I'm asking you.
what I appreciate about this guy is he's like, listen, I'm going to jail. I just want you to tell me how long I'm going to jail. Now, I still find it hilarious the fact he's like, I'm asking you to make me offer. If I like it, I'll accept it like it's some sort of game show. The part I do love, though, is he's like, I'm going to jail. How long am I going to jail? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? How long am I going? We'll just go that way, and it's just going to get it on. There's no one's been hurt. No one's been harmed. I'm just doing my trespassing and this shit, and it's just the way it is.
You to make an offer, Your Honor, straight up. It's history, proof is in the pudding. That's the only thing I got. As you can see, ain't nobody been hurt. I ain't never intoxicated when I'm arrested, so it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? All it is trespassing, simple trespassing.
Surprisingly, Judge John Cantini was convinced by Batten's compelling arguments. He gave him a 45-day jail sentence in the Broward County Jail.
I respect your request, sir. I'm going to go ahead and offer you a chance to be, if you were to plead no contest at this time, sir, I would offer you an adjudication. You'd be convicted, of course, as you have indicated. You have many of those already, and you'd be in. The plea offer would be 45 days in the Broward County Jail.
Batten believes the sentence could be shorter and gives his reason.
Well, nah, I ain't gonna accept 45 days, so I did 30 days last time, just a week ago. But my birthday coming up, I'm hoping you can say a week or two.
Hold on, how did you get, hold on, wait, you just said, did he just, hold on, how did, he said he got sentenced for 30 days just a week ago. How did my man end up out of prison, able to get arrested in that short of a time then? This is amazing. This is amazing. This man pretty much got released on a light sentence. The way I'm going to take it, about a week ago, he got a thing, they just instead let him out after 7 days. My man, not even in a lot long ago, was able to get himself back in trespassing, back arrested, and back in this courtroom. This is amazing on how quickly he was able to do this.
And I agree with that, you know what I mean?
But the judge stands firm. Ultimately, Batten respected the judge's decision but declined the offer. He took his chances and appeared before a different judge, where he ended up pleading no contest and receiving a lighter sentence of just 17 days in jail. However, while it was clear that Batten wasn't happy to hear he was spending 45 days behind bars, his reaction to his sentence was similar to the case of Joshua Martinez, who's facing charges for driving with a suspended license in Las Vegas, Nevada. In court, Martinez represented himself, and when the judge asked him for his plea, Martinez wanted to clarify a few things before proceeding.
People who, I want to watch a whole court case of someone representing himself, because the amount of stupid things human beings say when doing it. There are some smart people. Listen, I'm not going to pretend like everyone's, stupid. There are some people who represent themselves in court and are very good at it. They never win, but they're very good at it. I don't know has there ever been a case of someone representing themselves in court and winning? If there is, I want to know, because I actually have never heard of that. But anytime if someone does it, I like, there's some that are good at it. And then there's some who are just absolute buffoons. I'm just curious what side this guy's on.
I have a couple questions before we proceed. I don't understand the nature and cause of the charges.
You're charged with driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked driver's license. So
Okay. Is that a criminal offense or
it's a
civil?
criminal offense.
Criminal? Okay. Is there a sworn statement against me or injured party?
I believe you probably received a citation on April 12th. That would be the criminal complaint filed against you.
He wants to understand the nature and cause of the charges. He believes that there might be some legal technicality to exploit. The judge, unwilling to entertain Martinez's diversion, explains that he is charged with driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked driver's license.
Okay, so the city's the victim in the case?
The city is the charging part.
So they're the victim?
Sir, the victim element is a different legal term than is used.
It seems straightforward, right? Well, not for Martinez.
No, because apparently in Martinez's mind, in order for there to be a thing, someone has to be attacked. Like, in his mind, apparently, there has to be a victim. Now, I don't know if that's a thing at all in general, that there has to be a victim in order for charges. But I bet you it isn't. But this guy has convinced himself that's the case, and he's going to go off of it and make that as his way of going about it. I have no idea why, because it makes him look really stupid.
Who starts questioning the judge.
Okay, so
What is your plea on
If
the
the
charge?
city
Mr.
is
Martinez,
the,
Mr.
if they are
Martinez,
the
today is your-
victim,
Mr.
I would like
Martinez,
to
I am in
move
charge
this
of
to a
this
federal
courtroom, and
court.
you're gonna stop
No, we are
interrupt-
in charge of the courtroom, ma'am.
Marshall, would you show Mr. Martinez the inside of our holding tank, please? You're not gonna tell me who's in charge of my courtroom, Mr. Martinez.
The judge has had enough. She decides to show Martinez who has the authority in court. After about 20 minutes, Martinez was brought back to be sentenced for his newly acquired contempt of court charge.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, since you have informed me that I am in contempt of court and that you are in fact in charge of this courtroom, I'm going to go ahead and sentence you today to direct contempt of court. I will give you an opportunity to apologize if you choose to do so, and behave in a manner that I consider appropriate for a courtroom. Would you like to do that today, Mr. Martinez?
I would like to proceed only if I can have.
This guy was given a chance to apologize and act normal, and the guy still chose to act like an asshole. In 5 seconds, this man couldn't even just man up and just shut his mouth.
My questions answered. That's all I
That
wanted.
wasn't my question, sir. Did you wish to have the opportunity to apologize and proceed in a manner that I consider appropriate for the courtroom?
What would I be
It is a
apologizing?
yes or a no question.
What would I be apologizing
For
for?
your direct contempt of court, sir.
All I was asking was legal questions, ma'am.
I disagree, sir. To tell me that you are in charge of this courtroom and tell me that I am in contempt is not asking legal questions. It is contempt of court.
Martinez tries to argue his case, mentioning his Sixth Amendment rights, but it's too late. However, just when you thought you've seen it all, another convict surpasses Martinez's wild courtroom display. Enter Karen Stevens.
I didn't know I could top that. That was a complete case of stupidity. But can this woman top that stupidity? I need to see.
Who has brought a case against attorney Paul Nicoletti in Michigan. Karen represented herself and sought to challenge the sanctions attorney Nicoletti wanted to impose on her. The surprised judge did not understand what was going on.
My motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
I'm sorry, on this what?
I have a motion.
Like, his what? You what against his what? She had no idea. She is so confused. She's already so confused. Do you know how hard it is if you confuse judge in like your first sentence? Your judge is confused. You know how bad this is gonna go for you.
For sanctions against.
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO. How can you ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point.
Ms. Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
On what basis? There is no case before me, ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason other than your own personal vendetta against this man. Here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Karen appeared stunned by the decision.
Listen. I will admit this just got very frustrated very quick. However, in straight fairness of her, she's 100% in the right in that scenario. This is a complete waste of time. There was no point to this case. And this judge immediately was like, okay, this is denied. You want him to just randomly pay money. I ain't doing that. You're denied. You're paying $5 for the waste of time you gave us here.
Not only did she not get what she came for, but she's now to pay $500 in fines. But she wasn't done.
Of course she's not done.
I beg your pardon?
I knew it was fixed.
Miss Stevens, I highly suggest that you just exit my courtroom and go pay the sanctions before I find you in contempt.
Luckily, she was able to leave the court.
Yeah, the moment I knew it was fixed, she was the judge was like, excuse me? I even put like, she was nice. She's like, I'm even suggesting you leave this courtroom before I find you in contempt. Like, she's like, I'm gonna give you the chance to get out of this courtroom. Don't make me second guess myself.
Court with just a fine. This is Shelbyville, Kentucky, where a divorce hearing has turned into a heated debate. In this case, the husband has filed a motion requesting that his ex-wife be required to secure her prescription narcotics inside their home, which they share with their children aged 14, 16.
Hold on. The husband wants the court to tell his ex-wife to keep her prescription medicine safe at home. They all live together with their kids who are 14, 16, 18 years old. The husband is worried about the kids' safety, and that's why he's asking for this. It shows that even after divorce, things can be tricky, especially when it comes to take care of the children, make sure everyone is safe at home. The court will now decide what's best for everyone. Okay, hold on. So wait, hold on. I'm confused by this at all. I'm so confused by this.
16 and 18.
They're old enough and they're wise enough not to go around taking... I mean, I only interviewed the children for a few minutes, and I get it that they're okay with not taking... Your children are very bright, and I can't even believe you would make that motion.
The attorneys remind the judge that one of the children has expressed thoughts of hurting themselves during the divorce proceedings, raising concerns about mental health.
Judge, in all due respect, I can appreciate what you're saying. They are good children, but there has been some mental health concerns, and we just think it's good practice to do that.
Even with this information, the judge remains unconvinced and insists that there is no evidence to support the need for securing the prescription narcotics.
I mean, it's not a 2-year-old who'll pick up a pill off the floor.
The frustrated father presents a reasonable...
This is very interesting. So this is the case. Okay, so the judge is like, hey, I think they're all fine. I've talked to the receiver good enough to know not to take, not to take them. If they know enough better to not take them, I don't think it's a concern. The father and the lawyer also rightfully point out. So there seems to be a case of both each have valid points. It's like, listen, one of them has expressed the thought of hurting themselves and doing stuff to then, had bad mental health tendencies. We just feel it'd be better secure that way they can't get to them the way they, and make sure that part's done. The judge is not convinced, believing there's no reason for it, believing they still know better than to not do them. I don't kind of know her very thing on that, but I guess she has no evidence to believe they're a concern. I don't know what evidence you need. I mean, we don't want the person to OD for that to be evidence, so I don't know what what evidence you need, but okay.
Will counter, but the judge doesn't buy it.
Your opinion on that, I'm sorry, is just wrong. Intelligent children die of overdose just as well as unintelligent children.
You have no evidence to put before me that these children... Oh, listen, you need to stop talking.
I'm
you
sorry.
really do.
I disagree with you on that.
Well, fine, you disagree, but you're not up here. I've ruled on that.
Unable to hold back his opinion, he has something to say to the judge.
Ridiculous.
The judge promptly holds him in contempt of court and reprimands him for his behavior.
You're in contempt of court. You don't tell me that I'm ridiculous. Do you understand me? Have a seat over here, bailiffs.
The bailiffs escort the father to a seat in the courtroom. But the passionate father doesn't give up. He continues to plead his case, emphasizing that the well-being of his children is at stake.
You heard yourself that one of my children talks about committing suicide, yet they're in a house full of narcotics that are unprotected. Do you not see that that could be an issue?
He points out that having unsecured prescription narcotics around children could be a serious issue. However, the judge remains firm and dismisses his concerns. If you thought the actions of these convicts that having unsecured prescription narcotics around children...
I'm sorry, I ended up going back, I said it. Anyways, I actually am curious to know what you guys think of this last case, because this one seems like one where both sides are somewhat have a valid opinion, but I don't know what side that is more fair here. So let me know what you guys think. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment your thing down below. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all for